Iguodala with the steal. Unloads from 13. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Celtics leading by 3. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Bradley kicks to Johnson. From deep. Sullinger, no good. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long. Clark hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road win.
All right, let's keep it going.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Turner passes to Smart. Turner with it. Barbosa picks him up. Stolen by Barbosa. Pass to Ezeli. Lays it up and banks it in. Ezeli's got his first basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Olynyk. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Andre Iguodala. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jerebko kicks to Smart. It's deflected. There's the pass to Spates. Ezeli dishes to Rush. Feeds to Barbosa. And it's Barbosa again missing.
Excellent job to track down the long board.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Warriors.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Jay Crowder. Jared Sullinger is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Smart, and it's Turner in the point guard position. Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Rush. The shot is good off the backboard.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Johnson's shot is off.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Rush kicks to Green. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Celtics. And then for Golden State, Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Brandon Rush. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Warriors leading by 5. They get it back.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Iguodala with the steal. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Jerebko's checked in for the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Turner. And then for Golden State, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Curry. It's Bradley on the wing. It's tipped. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
Yeah, you know, for the Celtics in their defense, a lot of it had to do with rim protection and challenging shots. They were actually last in the league in blocks.
But he stays with it. Johnson goes in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Yeah, and the Celtics averaged under 4 blocks a game last season, but blocks aren't the whole story. They let opponents get too many easy looks inside the paint. That's the real factor why their defense was subpar.
Celtics call timeout.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Boston. And the Warriors also making a change. Azili's checked in. In the corner, Bradley with it. The shot from 20 feet away. Kept alive by Boston. Thomas passes to Jerebko. Right side, Bradley. There's the pick. Thomas kicks to Jerebko. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here's Golden State. They're on a 13-4 run. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Back to Iguodala. Here's Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. To the paint. And Olynyk kicks to Bradley. Olynyk dishes to Sullinger. And the basket by Olynyk.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Marcus Smart.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Out to the wing. And here's Barnes for 3. 1 second left. And he gets the jumper to drop. Iguodala's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead. leading by 10. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. The second half just about to get going here. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Celtics trail by 10, setting the floor for the Warriors. Barnes and Green are the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Bogut in the center walking down the middle. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
That's good. 9 points for Steph Curry.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his first points in this one.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Turner's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Green.
Boston foul call.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What